it actually gets very, very high. Looks like it's approaching $500,000 related to Lsc expenditures. So just wondering if we could get a report from staff on that. I know Janet's not here, obviously, but
that being including waterways.
well, it is, but it's far more. But it's only a short road, like so. It's a very expensive. I know they're doing the water and the sewage and the electricity, but it's $500,000 for a short road, so it seems pricey.
So you'd like a report with kind of a summary of Elm Street?
Please.
Okay. We'll ask for a review, I guess, of the Elm Street expenses. Okay, all in favor of anything else on the report? All in favor of the report? Carried. Thank you. Clerk's report applications you heard by the committee of adjustment for January 26th. For that information, there's the labor cost for capital and operating. Councilor Russell.
Is it permissible to ask a question of the planner at this point in the year about the proceedings that are happening at this point? Just a general question, is that possible?
Yeah, I guess a general question for the...
On the Port Frank's property, the one that's adjacent to the Carmen Blue, Lake Huron Developments, they've been in existence for a period of time, right?
Yes.
And when we did the OP review in the mid-90s, sort of those lands were put in abeyance because the ministry didn't like what we'd come up with. And I'm assuming that they haven't come up with anything until just recently, and that's why I had a phone call, so I couldn't answer the question, so I didn't know the more recent history of it. Did they sort of make M&R happy because this is why this proposal is, because it doesn't read like this is a set deal. It's like this first step of many. That's the when I read it, that's the feeling I got.
It's the first step of 2 or 3. We have been working with the developer and M&R for the last year. Well, actually, for the last 5 years.
I know.
But more recently, with a new developer for the last year and a half on the property. And what we have to do is get a permit because there is habitat of rare and endangered species there, okay? Which we pretty much get, right?
I knew that part of it. I just wasn't sure what your process was.
But part of what's going on there is that the Nature Conservancy has money to purchase 95% of the property from the developer, leaving the developer with approximately 5 lots running on Nipigon, okay? 5 half-acre lots. That's what this proposal's come down to.
Exactly.
There's a time frame on the money that the Conservancy can use. It runs out probably at the end of March. They are trying to get it extended to the end of June. So in order to give the money, they have to get the land. So this consent is simply that, divided into 2 pieces, one which has a future development potential, the small piece on Nipigon, and allow the Conservancy to purchase the land and conserve it. One of the conditions on that will be that we have to satisfy M&R. We will have an agreement that whatever M&R comes up with for the Conservancy lands, because M&R wants improvements to the land to improve the environment there, to allow the species to flourish. Okay, so that's kind of part and parcel of the deal. But this really is just to affect the money transfer, so we do not lose it, because if we lose that, they've been working together, the developer's been working with the Conservancy, and they've come to an agreement on it. So.
Just curious, Mr. Mayor, Patty, then will it be sort of new gears if the old 3-lot, 5-lot thing? Do you still have that rule on the books where anything above 3 lots is not by consent?
Well, I think that
in this case,
we
you
have
could
to
probably make a recommendation that
Yes.
this would be done through development. Am I correct? Because
yes,
to
I
me,
would not recommend
be-
we do this by subdivision at all. 5 lots is certainly doesn't warrant a
I'm just
subdivision.
saying you have a tool to be able
Yes,
to use.
absolutely,
Thank
and
you.
we will be
Because
back.
I've had calls
to
and I said, I don't know, Conservancy must be putting a bid on it or something. I didn't have any clue.
Yes, and eventually the Conservancy will get the land, but the end result is Lambton Wildlife will manage the whole of the property, so that will join
Place
the
them together.
butterfly Turner Loop,
Exactly.
to be one much bigger piece of
So double the
conservation land.
size of two.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
For information, 6.9. We didn't do 6.8. Okay. 6.9 for the applications heard by the committee of adjustment. Mover and seconder. Counselor Scott, Counselor Underwood. Received for information. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Bylaws, bylaw 10, removing the loading zone on rice development. Bylaw 11, confirming resolutions to date. Motion to Councilor Russell for 3 readings of those 2 bylaws. Seconder, Councilor Cook. Question on those? All in favor of that? That's carried. Thank you. Accounts, we have none with us today. Councilor reports. Councilor Underwood.
Yes, I've got 2 things from my council reports. I was at the Lake Huron Primary Soft Water Board last Thursday, and we were approving a new operator of the Lake Erie Board's facilities and our water purification facilities just in South Huron. They've given the contract to Aqua, the Ontario Clean Water Association. It came in about $300,000 lower than the current operator's annual deal right now, so 5 years we're saving $2 million. They're going to be using less chemicals, using a new system, and they're going to be hiring more staff. The next bidder was $5 million over 5 years. The biggest problem in Lake Huron right now is that the lake is almost too clean. We're very lucky because the Lake Erie side that we're taking care of is very dirty, so we're doing all right there. So that was good news. It just goes to show you go out and do the biggest. I've never seen anything like it. With so many councillors raising their hands saying, "Are you sure? Are you sure this is right? It's coming less. It's lower. That can't be true. Is that right?" It's true. The next one is I had a couple of phone calls again from members of the congregation of Christchurch Anglican Church, and earlier at the end of last year they asked to have 2 handicap spaces put in either on Main Street in front of the church or on Church Street right beside the church. And I said we get to it and we put it in there. And I was wondering, is there any movement on that? So through you to the CAO, is there any movement on the 2 handicap spots for it? Oh, there's a go.
We were working with Bill Bentley and Ruth, but on that, actually going back and forth. We've had some suggestions. They weren't as keen on our suggestions, so we're going back and forth to make sure we meet their needs, but also the safety needs with the safety triangles and site triangles and the location of accesses to the ramp. So we are going back and forth. So I just did get something back from Mrs. Butt.
Excellent. Because so far it's been very good. Whether it's going to last or not. Thank you.
Councilor Russell.
Just a few things. Councilor Russell and I were at a Fed for Dirty Dog fundraiser at Whitecap this past Saturday. Hardly recommend the Monte Cristo sandwich, it's excellent. And a few bucks to keep themselves solvent. And Councilor Russell's grandson Owen is the new proud owner of a Dirty Dog bag and t-shirt. Secondly, there's so much negativity going on, right? So much negativity. I gotta tell you, from the January 14th meeting on the noise nuisance bylaw, the positive emails that keep rolling in on that, particularly from the ratepayers groups, which is really, really heartening. And so I went to the positive first, because then we had the tri-municipal board meeting on Tuesday, and enough said on that.
Councilor Scott.
I have 3 things. The first thing I'd like to do is on behalf of the Optimist Club of Solvo Port Frank's Optimist Group, I would like to give you a check for $1,400. And that's, we had made an agreement that if you put new windows in the community center, you got $1,400. You now have the check.